I know, I'm late. I apologize. Had some problems tonight. Almost didn't make it, but I thought, I'll make them. So domain and zeros. When you're working with fractions, the only thing you have to worry about is when the denominator is 0, because dividing by 0 is undefined. So the domain is asking what numbers can I put in and not have a problem. So the only time I have a problem is when the denominator be 0. Now for a fraction, the only time you have a 0 is when the numerator is 0 but does not cause the bottom to be 0, the denominator to be 0, because 0 divided by 0 is undefined. So for this one, I'd ask, what's the domain? Well, what causes the bottom to be 0? Well, nothing causes the denominator to be 0, so it'd be all reals. You can use any number you want. You're not going to have any problems. Then what's the zeros? Well, the top you factor to x plus 3x minus 3, or the numerator. I call it the top sometimes and numerator sometimes. So what do I put in here that would cause this to be 0? Well, that'd be negative 3. This would be 3. So it's 3 or negative 3. So for this one, the domain, what would I put in for x that would cause the denominator to be 0? And that'd be negative 3. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0. So the domain would be all reals. Every number is okay to use except negative 3. So negative 3 is excluded from the list of numbers we can use. Of course, the list of numbers is all reals. A lot of numbers. The 0. What do I put in for x to cause the numerator to be 0? Well, there are no x's up here. So the zeros are none. None. So I like to factor before I actually think about what's going on. So the domain. What numbers can I use? Well, I can use just about all of them. Very few cause a problem, except in this specific case, negative 1, because I put negative 1 in here, plus 1 is 0. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. So it'd be everything but negative 1. The zeros would be, what would I put in for x to cause the numerator, the top, to be 0, but does not cause the bottom to be 0? Well, that would be 1 or negative 1, but the domain says you cannot use negative 1, so there's only one number for this problem. So I hope this helped you. Oh, I feel horrible. But I hope you're feeling great. Have a good day.